Well. I did not realize before now that Zoom picks up all of this stuff before I actually get to to be ready. So let me just. All righty. So now that we have established ourselves here and we have sound, um, here we go. Here we go, darlings. So, um, welcome to my first Moonday message coming out of the Radiant Womb. I am so happy to be with you here um, in this arena, this platform, whatever, because I'm just really happy to be starting out this new stage, this new category, whatever. Um, and so there's been a little tiny bit of technical difficulties, but we are on our way. So the first thing that I want to do tonight is start out with a little candle. And let's get ourselves ready. You know that our candle invites in spirit. And the reason why I use a red candle, on my altar, it's set up as a womb grid. So the red candle represents divine feminine, and then the white candle represents divine masculine. I don't really want to go into too much of why that is. Okay, so now we're going to grab our lovely fan and let's get some energy clearing going for tonight. Whew. And tonight I've got like a little bit of Florida water that I want to use. So here we go. Yeah. A little bit here. A little bit, and not myself, but not fan. Remember, all of this works on intention, so we don't have to get so specific about every single thing that we do, right? There are some things sometimes we do, but most of the time we're working with intention. So we just want to make sure. Oh, I just love the smell of the Florida water. We clear our energy. As I'm clearing my energy, working on my body, I'm working on your body. Oh, it feels good. All right. So, folks, I know what my glasses are always crooked. I have a crooked face. I think that's what it is. Oh, but that looks better. All right. So now let's book a card for tonight and get into our healing work. So now let's see what the cards. Now, once again, these are the Modern Witch deck. All right, here we go. And I feel the urge to cut them. And here we go. Did we not get this last time? But we're talking about moving into a phase of renewed or some new manifestations coming in. I'm loving this card. I also really need to get my nails done, but I like this card. We're going to hold on to this right now. This beautiful card of youth, of the maiden, of looking forward to all the things coming forward for us, having adventure. recognizing our value, recognizing our worth, that we are worthy of all the good things, all the abundance coming in for us right now. And in some ways, even though this is not like an air quote, it reminds me of the 42 rules of Ma'at, where we can make declarations of things that we have never done before, so that our energy and our vibration is completely clear. Oh, man. All right, let me put the up on the Florida water. And here we go. Okay, now from now on, I'm going to be doing my Moonday messages here on. Oh, did I put my thumb up? Oh, I did. I did myself a thumbs up. We're going to be doing the Moonday messages here on YouTube. Okay, and so now we want to take a look. We want to dive a little bit into our message for today. Okay, so I'm going to open that up, what I want to talk about today. Now, today is neither a full moon, we're not in the shadow of the full moon, or we're kind of in a waning moon right now. And a waning moon means that more of what we ask for will be coming in. This is why we do our manifestations on the new moon, when we're kind of clear that nothing is going on, because there's no moon whatsoever. And as the moon waxes, right, as the moon gets bigger and bigger, it increases that which we wish to call in right now. So if you haven't done any manifestation work yet for this moon cycle, now might be a great time to think about what it is that you want to increase in your life right now. One of the things I like to increase in my life right now is some money. So, and that has actually been working very well for me so far this moon cycle. I have nothing to complain about in that regard. Okay, but if you haven't thought about what is it that you want to increase, because I think the next full moon, let me check. I think it is around the 15th, but I'm not exactly sure. And then we have our new moon on the 28th. I think that's where it is. Let me check. Yeah, let me see. We have our full moon on the 12th. So that is a week from Wednesday. And then our new moon is going to be coming in on the 28th. Okay. So we can still have plenty of time between now and the 12th to figure out what is it that we are interested in or manifesting, and adding that to our energy, to our list of things that we want to bring in at this time. Okay, so that might take a little self-reflection, a little introspection. You know, the things that we need to manifest may not be top of mind all the time. We may think, oh, I need this, I need that, I need the other thing. But it's kind of like when you're making a trip to the store, you know. I was thinking the other day, my daughter, well, we didn't make a trip to the store, she was ordering. And she's like, oh, do you need anything from this particular store? I'm going to order some stuff. And all the things that were top of mind, I was like, no, I don't need that. 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 Okay. And then later on, I was like, oh, crap, we need tinfoil. So, so it may not always be the things that are top of mind that you actually need the most. So, which is why we want to be able to sit down at least for 5 or 10 minutes every single day and have a few minutes where we reflect and we introspect about those things that we are needed. So those things that are not top of mind have a chance to rise to the top once we've cleared away those things that are like right there. We have a little time for other things to rise up that may be a little bit more subtle, may not be screaming the loudest, but are sometimes just as necessary as my tinfoil. Okay, so now when we're doing our introspection and our reflection, one of the places that it's most important to reflect upon is our sacred womb. And the sacred womb and this is why I call it the radiant womb, is because the sacred womb entails both the physical manifestation of the womb, or where the womb would be if you don't have one, or if a lot of people say are born with, a lot of women are born with a certain syndrome that they may not ever develop a womb, but that doesn't mean that they're not a woman. Um, or women who have had hysterectomies, that doesn't mean they're not a woman. Women who no longer menstruate, doesn't mean you're not a woman. It just means that the functions that people associate, the physical functions that people associate with that womb, are no longer uh, those symptoms, or those machinations of the womb that you have to deal with any longer. And as someone in that menopausal phase, it's like, yay. But that doesn't mean we are not women, and that does not mean that we are not carriers of that energy, whether we have a physical womb or not. Okay, so it entitles that womb area, that physical womb area, but it also envelops the sacral chakra as well. That's that radiant part of the womb. We keep those two parts together, the radiance of the sacral chakra plus the physical space where we would carry our womb, or we do carry our womb. And that becomes the radiant womb, our sacred womb. Okay? So we want to be able to sit with this very powerful energy and figure out what is it that we want to bring forward in our lives at the moment. I call that stirring your cauldron, because I think of our womb as a place of fire and water predominantly, even though there's air and there's earth in the womb as well. But the two powerhouses of the womb are the fire and the water. And so we want to be able to sit with those two energies, the energy of flow and the energy of determination or action. And those will help us decide what we need to move forward with in our lives. Okay. So now this is the place where we also are able to reclaim our personal power. Now, we hear a lot of talk about power these days when we're talking about the ability to dominate someone else as being powerful. This is a very masculine idea of what power is. The very feminine idea of personal power is having power over one's self, the ability to take control, to take responsibility, and to take action in favor of one's own personal agenda, purpose, and mission on the planet. It's not to dominate anybody else. It's not even to dominate ourselves, but to take control of what we can in our lives. We're not responsible for everything. Okay. If there is a wildfire in your neighborhood, you did not bring that on in any way, shape, or form. However, you can take control of your response to that. You can go out and help your neighbors. You can water down your own house. You can evacuate, depending on what your circumstance is. And just realizing that this is probably still a very sensitive topic for most people. And my heart really goes out to people who have been victims of the recent wildfires. But what you do about that kind of is up to you and your own personal power, what you feel you can do in that circumstance and in that situation. How will it work best for you and your community, what you do? Okay? So, another way that we are connecting now with our divine feminine energy, our radiant womb, is through affirmations and manifestation, right? I like to call it womb manifestation, because that's where the energy and the creativity to bring things into our world comes from that sacred womb. Okay. And that's why affirmations are so helpful, because they get us to focus our energy in the direction of the things that we actually desire, as opposed to avoiding the things that we don't want to happen. Okay, because our brains are kind of crazy in the sense that they don't really hear the word no or don't or whatever. All they hear is if you say I don't want to eat cake, your brain goes eat cake. It's like your inner 4-year old eat cake. Yeah, eat cake. I hear that. I want cake. And so we don't want to focus on that. Instead, we want to say, I want to eat healthy fruits and vegetables. I want to eat healthy fruits and vegetables. And then I want to do the work of bringing those fruits and vegetables into my life so I can actually eat them. Because it's all well and good to say I want to eat fruits and vegetables when the only thing you have in your house is some old pizza and soda. So putting ourselves in the place where we can have those things that we desire come forward. And that is part of manifestation. Part of manifestation is not just writing something and say, this is what I desire to come forward, but actually taking inspired action toward bringing that into your life. So we really want to be able to focus on bringing into our life that which we desire. Okay. And one of the things that I really want us to focus on as we're going forward is our connection with the divine feminine. And I was making a video earlier today for another platform, and I was saying that, when we think about the divine feminine, a lot of people think of this as like a very woo-woo, very goddessy kind of energy. And really, it couldn't be further from the truth. For the past, I believe it's 26,000 years, we have had a preponderance of masculine energy on the planet. And according to philosophy such as the Taoist and whatever, we are now in the middle of an energetic shift where we are going from a preponderance of masculine energy on the planet to a preponderance of feminine energy on the planet. And even the magnetic poles of the earth are shifting, making this a reality. Okay. And so when we talk about the return of the divine feminine, this is what we're talking about. And so when we're talking about things like patriarchy or even white supremacy and all these other things, they're made possible or they're supported. I shouldn't say made possible because we humans are a little crazy, but they are reinforced by the types of energy that are existing on the planet. And so this gives me great hope because anything that can be started can be ended, and vice versa. Anything that can be ended can be restarted. So that's basically what's happening on the planet right now, which is why we are feeling in such turmoil and chaos right now. I was saying on this other video, like, how long ago was it? I remember maybe 5 years ago was the first time I ever saw the word patriarchy in just like common discourse, right? Most people were not even thinking on those terms. They might have been thinking maybe in goddessy circles or feminist circles, they were talking about this, but not in the mainstream of society where people worrying about um, patriarchy or what was a matriarch or what kind of energy are we experiencing on the planet. And so in these last few years, we have really experienced a great deal of shifting in where the energy is concentrated, either on the masculine or the feminine, right? And so uh, what we see a lot in the world is the final, let's hope, the final gasping breath of an aging dinosaur. And this dinosaur is that preponderance of masculine energy on the planet. So, what we really need to do in order to bolster the divine feminine, to help the return of matriarchy and the matriarchs, is to venerate the divine feminine the same way that we do the divine masculine. Okay. There's plenty of people who say, well, I don't believe the creator is masculine or feminine. And that may be true because the way that I see the creator energies is neither masculine or feminine and both masculine and feminine. So that when we are living in this world of duality that we live in, this 3D world, everything can kind of be split down the middle. All of the energies, the creator energies that we have, can be kind of, some are masculine, some are feminine, some are this, some are that. And all the duality that we experienced on the earth, when we think about good and bad, good and evil, up and down, even that kind of duality, as within, so without, as above, so below. All of these kinds of dualities. Now I forgot exactly where I was going at this point with all these dualities. Oh, okay. So the creator energies, or even the energies on the planet, we make judgments about them, whether they're good or bad. What's feminine? What's masculine? What's this or that? Right? What's within? What's without? So we are making those judgments about things. Okay. So when we're thinking about the purest of energy forms of anything, I think they're either neither male or female, or both male and female. It doesn't really matter because the codes for everything are implanted in those purest energy forms. They're always there. It's like looking at a butterfly that goes into a cocoon. Now, it's true that the butterfly does kind of become mush inside the cocoon, but everything that is needed to become the butterfly is already in that cocoon. The chrysalis doesn't reach out and grab things outside of itself in order to become the butterfly. The butterfly itself, or the caterpillar itself, transforms what all the things that it has into a newer, more beautiful form. Everything that was there, that was needed, was already present. So I'm getting a little bit off topic here. But what I really want to say is that I really believe that in order for these energies to be equal, which is the ultimate goal, is not to keep going seesawing back. First, we got too much feminine, then we got too much masculine, then we got too much feminine, then we got too much, is to find a flow, right? That, like the yin yang symbol, where there's a constant flow of energies, of both energies that are equal, that are strong, that are powerful. Okay. But the way that the goddess has been denigrated all of these years, it's time to give her back her power and her grace. Okay. And so I really feel that those people who feel as if God is neither masculine or feminine, or both masculine and feminine, or however it is, instead of saying God, why can't we say goddess? Why can't we recognize that feminine aspect of the divine and help bolster her up so that she comes back to that even space with a God? Because I think that's the way that we as humans and every other being on this planet, because we're not alone, every other being on this planet will eventually find peace, justice, happiness, homeostasis, and the world will continue to spin beautifully for all of us. This is my true belief. So, um, whoop, sorry about that. So here's the thing that I would like for you to do. This is your homework for me tonight, is to light a candle, like the one here, sit down in a quiet place, relax. Imagine a wave of relaxation coming down from the top of your head all the way down your body, both your visceral organs, down your legs to your feet, and take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Put your hands on your womb, wherever you imagine that to be. It's your womb. You can put your hands wherever you like. And just take a moment and connect with this inner goddess aspect of yourself, that radiant womb inside you. And ask to be shown either visually, in your mind's eye, or to hear or to smell, maybe taste something that you need to bring forward for yourself right now. And hopefully it's not something tangible, but something intangible. Maybe you need more peace in your life. Maybe you need more recreation in your life. You're so busy working, you're not having any fun. Maybe you need a new relationship, or maybe you need to straighten out the relationship that you have. Whatever it may be, maybe you need to grieve the passing of a parent, or maybe just grieve the state of where um, our country is at right now. You may be sad about that. Whatever it is, put your hands on your womb and ask for an increase of whatever it is you desire right now. See it in your mind's eye. Hear that it is already yours. Know that it is coming your way. And then ask, as the moon continues to wax, sorry, as the moon continues to wax and grow larger, that what you need increases, amplifies, energizes, maximizes whatever it is you need at this moment. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Blessed be Aho Ami. All right. So thank you everybody for being here with me tonight. I'm trying to find myself back on the screen again. Here I go, here I go, here I go. Oh, it reminds me of whatchamacallit. There I go, there I go, there I go. If from New York, you might recognize that song. Anyway, um, thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I will see you next Monday. If there's anything that you would like me to cover in the Moonday message, please let me know. If you liked what you heard tonight, please like, please subscribe to my channel, and please share with someone you know, love, and trust. Thank you again. Goodbye.